In May 2023, 9 members of Classis Niagara churches headed to Algonquin College in Ottawa, Ontario for the Canadian National Gathering of the Christian Reformed Church,
where we joined more than 150 other CRC members from across Canada for 4 days of
worship, testimonies, art, teaching, learning, and heart-changing conversation.
We were profoundly changed by our experiences.
And we want to give you an idea of how it affected us.
I think one of the things that really impressed me about talking with some of our Indigenous brothers and sisters was how the doctrine of discovery so affected them, and how all of Canada and North America was affected by the act of saying, these are not people. There's a lot more to it, but that affects us every day, and that affects them every day.
At the gathering, I was inspired by the willingness of the Indigenous speakers that came to share their stories about the work that they were doing. It's a burden we've placed on them in some ways, and they do it willingly and relentlessly. The love and grace and forgiveness they choose every day overwhelms me and humbles me. And so I say, how can I not do my part?
I learned that the ministry of reconciliation, it isn't about politics. It's about what Christ is calling each of us to do. It's about our calling to love our neighbors, whether they look like us or not.
Our Indigenous family is asking us to listen to the heart, and to listen with the heart.
What inspired me the most was the posture of openness. And I was surprised again and again by wisdom. And the openness surprised me because despite fear from settlers, Indigenous people alike, and despite the trauma and pain that our Indigenous neighbors in particular have experienced, that they still have an open posture amazes me. That they still love the faith that traumatized them, and that they continue to face us with kindness and care, even though there's also pointed calling out, which is necessary. It was beautiful.
We listened, and in many ways, we owned the story that we're all a part of.
I commit to continuing my Hearts Exchange journey and encourage others to do likewise, to be less like the Pharisee who turned away and crossed the street, and more like the Good Samaritan. We truly are one in the Spirit, one in the Lord.
If you want to find out more or join this journey towards justice and reconciliation, you can.
Visit the Hearts Exchange website to find out more, and join a waiting list for the next group.
Or ask your church leadership to host a Hearts Exchange group in your congregation.
We are praying for you. We invite you to join us on this journey.